Dead in Tombstone was released in 2013 and is a straight-to-video action horror western starring Danny Trejo as well as Anthony Michael Hall as the villain and Mickey Rourke as the devil. Um, Basically, I'm usually not skeptical but careful with westerns because I'm really not a fan of westerns at all. But when they're also like horror centric and absolute shoot 'em ups like this one, and starring Danny Trejo especially, who's the man, 100%. Basically, a lot of things that he touches is gold. Obviously, he's not in the best films all the time, like that's very clear. But a lot of them, like he just has this persona that's badass, and he really brings a lot to the table with his films. But this film is basically about a group of, like a gang, a group of like mercenaries or banditos, you could say, led by Danny Trejo and Anthony Michael Hall. Anthony Michael Hall plays a guy named Rojo, and Danny Trejo plays a guy named Guerrero. And they're this gang. They're called the Blackwater Gang. There's a local, like, small sheriff town nearby that's having kind of a gold struggle, and they're fighting over who owns gold and who owns land and whatnot. And this band of mercenaries, or this gang, decides to go and steal the gold. Now, when they get there, they, do what they need to do. But Anthony Michael Hall's character Rojo decides that he wants to stay behind, become mayor, and basically corrupt the town and do whatever the hell he wants with it. And Danny Trejo is kind of having none of that. He went in there, to do the mission, and that's that. He ends up being killed and gunned down by Rojo and his gang. And he is summoned straight to hell, where he meets Mickey Rourke's character, who plays the devil. And it's actually kind of funny how hell looks in this. It looks more like a tomb than like, a sea of fire kind of thing. But Mickey Rourke's character, the devil, is torturing Guerrero, played by Danny Trejo, and Danny Trejo begs for his existence back on Earth by promising the devil 6 souls, 5 of the men that gunned him down, and the sixth being Rojo, and promises to kill him by his own hand. So Mickey Rourke obviously is convinced to let him go, and he has 24 hours to do this. So the rest of the film becomes an absolute major shoot 'em up. There's also another actress in here, Dina Meyer, who is very good looking. She plays a woman I believe called Catalina, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But she is Danny Trejo's sidekick through the whole thing, and yeah, they just kick some serious ass through the whole thing. It's a perfect shoot 'em up. There's a lot of violence, a lot of tits, a lot of gore. It's a good unrated film, even though they released an unrated and an R-rated and an R-rated cut, and I don't understand why. Because first of all, the R-rated cut is 6 seconds longer than the unrated cut, not shorter, which doesn't make any sense. And they're really not that different from each other. But it's a selling point, I guess. I really recommend the film. Like I said, I'm careful with westerns, but when they're delivered in this kind of style, they're really good. The thing about direct-to-video films is that they can't be boring. If they're boring, then they're just a waste of time. And with direct-to-video, it's kind of a hit and miss. You're either going to get like a hidden gem, like this one is, or you're just going to get kind of something completely mediocre that just wastes your time. But this was definitely a good pick. And if you like this kind of style, and if you could find this streaming somewhere, or if you could just find it cheap to buy, I definitely recommend picking it up. And they have Dead Again in Tombstone, which I'll be kind of blurbing on as well. But yeah, to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, I definitely think the shots are really well, like the way it's filmed is really cool. The atmosphere is cool. It definitely feels like a Western, but like I said, there's a lot of action and there's a lot other things going on that make it like a genre film that is really up my alley. So I definitely would say that I would recommend Dead in Tombstone, and I am excited to check out Dead Again in Tombstone. And yeah, it's a really well styled shoot 'em up, I would say. And Mickey Rourke and Danny Trejo basically always deliver. So Can't say enough good about that. So that's Dead in Tombstone. Um, that's all I got in it for now. So subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. And there will be more to come soon, so stay tuned for that. And until then, have a good one. Cheers.